Yo, SojuTalk Nation! On this week's episode, we'll be covering Fuego releases from Twice, LIGHTSUM, and Yugyeom. We'll also be kicking up some spicy news coverage and keeping you updated in State of the Nation. So prepare your body, turn up the volume because we coming in hot. Hit me with that intro. Hey, what's up everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 143, and we're recording on Monday, June 14th, 2021. I'm Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. Boom. No announcements. I am wearing pajamas right now, you know, my life motto is to be as comfy as possible. Like I kind of live my life searching for comfort. I bought these satin pajamas. Y'all need to buy satin pajamas. It's next level comfortable. Just saying, you know.
I pajamas were like on trend in fashion for like a year or so. They kind of still are.
Yeah, it's kind of. It feels like an offshoot of the romper stuff that was kind of popular for a little bit.
People were just wearing like the white outlined pajamas out of nowhere, and I was like, bet. I guess this is fashion.
This comes with the top and some shorts, some satin shorts too, dude. Hella comfortable.
Like a full
next level. All right, but we're at part one of SojuTalk, episode 143, where we discuss big new releases, choose a spicy song king, and hit you with the music show winners. Boom. On paper, pretty big week. I'm not gonna say what place they are, but a top 2 girl group released a song this week on Wednesday. Twice released the Alcohol Free, and they are of course from JYP Entertainment. Debuted 2015. Last 3 songs. Cry for Me. Is that a title track? I don't know. I Can't Stop Me and more. 113 music show wins though. All right.
Wow, that's a lot of wins.
It might get a little spicy this week based on my my pre-discussions with Warren and Anita this week. Let's just say after listening to Alcohol Free for the first time, I definitely needed a drink. You know, just saying.
You needed some alcohol instead of your alcohol free.
That being said, all right, okay. I'll put it this way. I'm not gonna say this song is like horrendous. I'm not gonna say this is a dumpster song, right? What I will say though is that I'm pretty disappointed by the song selection.
What were your expectations though? What were you thinking was going to happen?
What do you want?
I was expecting like Twice to be more Twice, if that makes any sense. Like Dance the Night Away summer song ish. You know, more of an upbeat, like festival-y kind of fun summer song. Not this like more chill theming. Because I just feel like it didn't really work for them. I don't know.
I feel like they're done with that.
Yeah,
they're done with that. That era of Twice is over. It was over when they did Fancy and then Feel Special. Like
true.
Yeah, they wrapped it up. You know, so quick disclaimer. I discussed the song for like an hour with the people over at Kpop Podcast. I'm not sure if the episode is gonna drop by the time this episode drops. I'm not super sure. But I complained about the song over the span of an hour. But to kind of give you a TLDR, because here's the thing, I had to like hold it back a little bit, because I don't want K-pop cast to get like angry comments on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. You know, like I don't want them to go through that. Like, and you know, I was openly kind of critical for the song there. Like, sure they have matured, sure they're holding back the energy a little bit, but the way they did it was a little boring. It was a little incomplete. There were like sections in the song, like you guys remember like the build up into the chorus.
Yes.
That felt like incomplete. That didn't.
Really?
That felt like someone was making the song, didn't finish it, and then they were like, actually we're just done. Let's just ship it.
If you think about it, without the spoken word part, right? Like the part that Momo and Mina says. If it just went in from the singing into the chorus, it'd be kind of like it wouldn't make sense at all.
No.
It feels like a little bit like a band-aid to like, all right, it's like we're at the chorus now. Let's say these words and hit the chorus real quick, right?
Yeah, like the transition. Every transition was like either not there or weird. The mixing was kind of off. Like if you listen to the kick drums in the build up area, it's like it's kind of almost a little too raw. Like, come on, I thought K-pop was all about over processing. Like, where did all that go, right? Like, so we have this track, right? Like based off of a bossa nova rhythm, and then there's like a hip hop drum loop going on top of the chorus. Which is like it's like a very trendy thing to do, right? We've had a lot of tracks do that recently, especially in the hip hop realm, like songs like Nappa by Crush, or like like Fine by Punchinello, or like I Wanna Be Yours by Crusher Pink Sweats. I've named that person twice. Or like Last Song by Higher Music, right? You have this bossa nova rhythm, and then you have like a hip hop rhythm going on top of it, and that's like a great way to like maintain a great pace and energy throughout your song, yet make it kind of groovy and like chill at the same time. But they didn't really lean into that at all, because like the melody was very simple, and like if you think about the chorus, like there's like very long elongated notes that completely ignore like the bass rhythm that comes from bossa nova or from hip hop. So I felt like they, on the surface level, on paper, they were like, okay, let's do this and that, but they didn't really have a full understanding of what they wanted to do, and they just went with it. And that was kind of like really sad for me, because Twice so far has been like a great group that always has a good understanding of what they want to do and executes it really, really well. Here, it felt like that kind of fell apart, you know?
Anita, I think you're a little bit more positive on the song, right?
Definitely, yes.
All right, hit us with the positive vibes here.
Well, let's just start off with the visuals, because this music video is gorgeous.
We'll give you that. I'll give them that.
Give
They look
visuals.
great. Everyone looked amazing in this.
Yes,
music video.
amazing. I love also. See, maybe it's because I interpreted the instrumental and like the decisions they made with it in complementary to the music video, and I thought it was trying to do something very, how should I say it, like not leaning into one specific genre, but making it very like whimsical, like very like kind of magical, like the effects on the music video, coupled with some of the stuff that you can hear in the instrumental. I feel like, oh, this is very interesting. It feels like they were very much inspired by bossa nova and like that type of beat, and trying to make it modern, but they wanted to make it still very, I don't know, I don't want to call it fantasy, because it's not that, but it's very like whimsical in a sense. And for me, I think that I got it from like the strings. Like there's a lot of strings here and there in the instrumental, and I almost feel like, oh, I wish I could hear like a full orchestra version of this song, because I feel like it would sound very, very nice if it was arranged to commit to that. But I get that they were trying a lot of different things in the sound, because I feel like there was a lot of like, there were guitars in a bit, and then there were like the strings, and then the beat that was a little bit more hip hop. So I feel like it was a mixture of a lot of things, but I didn't mind it that much, because it felt like it was like a little taste of each thing, and it kind of felt like it was trying to work with this concept more than anything.
Did you like the part after the first chorus, the breakdown with the crab thing and
crab dance?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's my least favorite part of this song. That part.
I don't know if I dislike it or like it. I just thought that at that point it switches a little bit in genre. Like I thought like up to that point it was like, okay, it's still very much bossa nova inspired, but then at that point it switches a little bit into a more, I don't know what you want to call it, samba, salsa, something, and it's like a little bit more upbeat. Like it seems like, oh, we're on beat with the dance and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of that dance move that they do. I think we could have done something a little different, but it's interesting. It's interesting how the song progresses, and they added a lot of different things, but I get that. I guess for some people they were looking for something more cohesive and more high energy for a summer song.
It's not even about high energy for me. It's more or less like they had a vague idea of Latin American music, and they threw everything in that feels like, oh,
true.
Latin America does this. They have those piano riffs. Let's add those in. Like that came in, and I was like, this makes no sense. It's mixed in such an intrusive way where I really can't hear Dahyun's voice, especially because Dahyun's like not like a belching singer or anything, right? Like. So
can we talk about the vocals while you're there with Dahyun?
Okay, let's talk about the vocals.
So clearly, this song is trying to emphasize vocals, right? That's like clearly what the overarching decision there, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I found it a little weird is that they really wanted to be like, all right, we're not gonna put that much in the background. You're just gonna sing here, right? And throughout the entire song, there's almost like no harmonies in this song at all. There's almost no layering at all, right? It's really just like you sing, now you sing,
Right.
you get to sing now, right? That's what this song really feels like the entire way, right?
And like what's like very different about this and previous Twice tracks is like if you listen to stuff like TT and like whatnot, there are multiple layers of Sana singing one part, Momo singing one part. Like you can hear multiple voices, but it's the same person. That's how that works. Because here's how I view Twice. To be very, very frank, I don't think singing capabilities is Twice's strongest suit.
I 100% agree with you there.
Yeah. Like
100%
okay.
agree with you.
Let's think about 2020. More and more there was a huge vocal like ability controversy. Do you guys know about that?
Yes, I did
Yeah.
hear about that.
Doug, do you know about that?
stages.
Explain that a little bit for everyone.
Okay, there was a encore music show encore performance. You know how like when they win, they do an encore performance and they sing. Nayeon sang like huge sections of the song completely out of pitch, like a full like key, and people were like, "What is going on?" And if you think about Twice, they haven't really been famous for their vocal capabilities up until this point either. Like if I think about Twice, I think their biggest appeal and strength is their characterization, you know, like their ability to sell themselves as people with great energy, people that I want to be friends with, that kind of deal. And to be frank, there hasn't been a group like Twice that sells it in such a genuine way up until they existed, right? Like for me, that was their strongest appeal, and that's really shown through in their music for a very, very long time, right? Even up until Fancy, I would say that was like so in character for them. Now we're going into a more mature, you know, a more like grown up era of Twice. I get it. At the same time, to me, it really feels like we're completely ignoring what Twice is good at, where Twice falls a little short, and just, you know, bulldozing on top of that. That's where I'm a little sad, right? Especially because, again, this is a fully JYP produced track. There was another guy on the arrangement, I forget, but
I think that's the issue there. Like no, I think that he forced the song onto them essentially, like shoving like a square peg into a circle hole. You know, like he's like, we doing this. You know, like
And
you
we're
doing
doing
it. Is regardless, you're gonna do the song. Okay, we could talk bigger picture. I think JYP has some blaring problems right now.
okay, yeah, let's talk about the bigger picture real quick. Yeah.
Oh, you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the song a little more. Can we do that first?
Okay, let's talk about the song real quick, then move on.
My favorite. I've been saying some lukewarm to probably a little negative thing. After listening to the song many times, I like the chorus now. I like everything up to like the even the listing of the alcohol. I was really against that at the beginning.
Same.
I'm kind of okay with it now. I find it cute now, right?
It's cute.
By the
I think
time I was
the
at the
chorus
second
is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I think the chorus is the most redeemable part of this song. The rest of it, I think even the verses for the most part is okay, but it's more like the production decisions. And of course, we're not saying that we don't like Twice, we don't like their performance. I think the big problem here is song choice. Honestly,
Right,
title
like-
song choice specifically.
Here's the thing, right? Like, it to me, the song it's not chill. It's not laid back. It tries to be. It's not energetic. It's not hype. There's parts of it that borrows from that. And you end up with this awkward mixture that's not really achieving either side. It's not, you know, it doesn't do like a typical K-pop thing where there's like a huge like emotional up and down, right? Like there's no
Yeah.
climax in the chorus. That
They're
doesn't
just
happen.
chilling. They just chilling
Right.
the whole way. Yeah.
But at the same time, if I want to chill, like there's not a lot to chill with. It's a little, for me, it's a little boring, for lack of a better word. There's not enough going on for me to be excited about. Especially because I've liked music in this style and like way of arrangement. Like even like there's like High School Rapper. There's a song called Paradise by Park Hyunjin featuring Minoi. That also does a bossa nova thing with a trap thing on top of it. Even there, like I picked that one song out and listened to that only, nothing else from that show. Like, so like I do want to this is not a preface. This is a post-fest, I guess.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Create a
where
new word.
like right, where I'm like, okay, I've listened to songs in this realm and this style of arrangement a lot. Within those songs, this falls very, very short. I'm not gonna lie.
So the other song that the three of us weren't the biggest fan of was More and More, right? Last year. I think what we said before the show is I'm the only one who views this one below More and More. You two both view this above More and More, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you view this higher than More and More? I'm curious.
I really don't like More and More.
Okay, is that really what it is? Okay.
I guess I don't know. Like More and More. Okay, I mean More and More is nice, I guess. But I really don't remember.
I kind of
anything
like
about
More
it.
and More these days after listening to it for a year.
I think for me,
less and less for me. You do More and More, but
I think for me, my biggest issue with More and More was that I like that they were trying different things. Not the typical summer song that I would expect from Twice, but something about the chorus, I just feel like, oh, I don't understand the choice behind like a very instrumental heavy, dance heavy chorus instead of like a vocal. Like the break in the chorus just seemed a little odd for me in More and More. Whereas here, like Alcohol Free, like do I think is their top track? No, and I don't think so. But I still prefer it because it has a catchier chorus, a more traditional chorus, I would say. And I don't know, I feel like the concept sells it to me a little bit more. Like the music video, the outfits, the styling.
Can I talk about the song performance on the charts, right? That's one metric we can use. So Alcohol Free is on number 1 on Bugs on both of their charts, right?
Nice.
And they're like number 5 on Genie, both their charts. Flow number 5, Vibe number 5. It is Struggle City on Melon. Even now, Daily Top 100, number 14th, 24 hits, number 13. For reference, on iChart, this song has 57 points, which puts it in 5th place, right? Oh My Girl's Dun Dun Dance, which came out like a month ago, is at 54 points, only 3 below it. And aespa's Next Level is in 3rd place with 79 points. And that song came out like a month ago too.
Yep.
So this song is not charting very well in general.
Okay, I feel like we got to talk about K-pop in general here as well, right?
You like the overall like what's
Overall
going on in the market? Okay.
Right. Because something I've noticed this year, last year, the year before is we're moving away from the general public in Korea.
I see,
Who,
yeah.
traditionally speaking, is the target demographic for songs like these. However, I say songs like these, but they're not anymore because this song is clearly targeted to non-Koreans. This is not like, take away the fact that Twice sang it. This is not K-pop. It just isn't, right? Like we don't have the characteristics that you hear from a Korean pop song. Like, because when you think about K-pop, like there's a lot of like emotional up and downs. Like the climax has to burst. That is always there, regardless of whatever genre you listen to. It's like that for hip hop. It's like that for ballads. It's like that for dance. Whatever. There's always like, there's a big climax, then you build down, and then you rise, climax. That always happens. That's none of us here at all. The way the chord is written, sure, it takes from like like Latin American chords and whatnot, but like this is something I've noticed with like the recent couple years of K-pop, where like K-pop sounds less and less like Korean pop songs, which doesn't apply to this song, but does apply to a lot of the songs in the recent years because the producers are not Korean. You have foreign American, like European producers working on this. So at this point, my question is, they're not charting well on Melon because they aren't super interesting to the general public anymore. The song isn't what the general public in Korea wants, which is concerning for Twice especially.
I think it's concerning.
Right. Because Twice, if I think about Twice, what is their biggest appeal? Cha Cha Cha. Everyone was on that shoot.
A point in the...
I think you think of Twice these days, it's like Shy Shy Shy, TT, the drop in fancy, like things like that. Feel the drop and feel special, some big moment, right? There's a big moment in their big songs. This song just like, I feel like there's no big ass moment, like this is the part of this song. At least in like More and More, the drop could be a moment, I guess, if you want to interpret it like that. But like this song in particular, there's no like part where the energy explodes and you're like, oh, we here now, right? It's Twice. Let's go back to the other thing. JYP as a company, all right, so they're doing ITZY Mafia thing, right? Into this alcohol-free bit. Like,
Right.
this decision making is mind-boggling to me. Now, this might be a take, right? If ITZY had been given a traditional ITZY song, right? One of the songs that seem like the other ITZY songs, and Twice was given alcohol-free, it might have been time to pass the crown. At least it might have been time to pass the torch in the company.
Okay.
But I think because they gave the Mafia and because Twice got this one, it's still gray area.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like the whole rant I went on about Mafia and ITZY, which you can hear in that episode, is that JYP and the producers are being lazy, and that they're okay with that. I'm getting a lot of that here too.
It's concerning. It's concerning.
Right. And here's the thing. This kind of, leads off of where what I was talking about right before, right? Like North American audiences, that's what they want. Mm-hmm. They're losing connection with the South Korean market. Sure. Maybe if they really need to, and I'm really going to emphasize this, if they fail to connect with the North American song, with this song and the song after and the one after that, they're done. They're game over. They are not very, very well connected with the Korean audience anymore. You can tell that because they're not doing well in the charts. I don't think JYP wants that to happen either, because the track is not very targeted to South Koreans either. And think about it this way, because Twice up until this point, that has been their strongest suit. Mm-hmm. So they're sacrificing all of that to go after this North American market.
It feels like the problem with that I think Twice has right now is Blackpink has name recognition outside of Korea, right?
Sure. Okay.
For people, what I mean by that is not just people who like K-pop, but for people who aren't the most into K-pop, they at least know who Blackpink is.
Right. Blackpink is fairly successful in North America.
It's a big brand, right?
Right.
Twice is one of those things. It's like, that's a K-pop group. That's not I don't feel like it's a global girl group. Because I think if you go out of the sphere of K-pop listeners, you might hear of Twice, you'd be like, oh, that's that K-pop group. But I don't think that it hits as hard, I think that's the problem they're having. But they're trying to make it so that they do have a global brand power. And I just don't think that a song like this helps that cause.
I think a song like this is what they want to use to achieve that goal. Like gain.
Yeah, well, clearly that's what they're trying. But
that's where I'm with you on this. I don't think this is the best way to achieve it, and this is very, very concerning because Twice up until this point has had a very, very solid record, but I don't know, man.
Anita, thoughts here?
Well, now that Warren mentions the North American market and if this is a goal that they have with Twice now, something that kind of came up that I was thinking about when I heard the song, the sound was that. So on TikTok, there's a little bit of trend as far as songs that pop off and come back and people don't know the song's been out for a decade and now it's just blowing up. So I feel like there's been a little bit of a trend where I think sometimes K-pop is trying to follow those trends into the North American market, and the trend that I would point towards would be if anybody has listened to Castaways by the Backyardigans that's blowing up on TikTok, it's this bossa nova song, right? And it was done like a decade ago. The show has been done for a while. It's a children's show in the US. So I get it. I kind of see oh, is that what they were going for? Did they know this is kind of blowing up a little bit on TikTok? Are they trying to also tap into that bossa nova vibe that a lot of people are listening to? Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think it's smart to just follow the trends in that, especially if the production is not super committed.
I mean, I think that's what they have been trying to do since Eyes Wide Open, right? The title track before this. I'm not talking about the Cry For Me. I'm talking about I Can't Stop Me, which felt like a clear reference point that they pulled from with Dua Lipa or Weeknd. And if you listen to this EP, Alcohol Free does not sound like Dua Lipa, but some of the other tracks do, SOS, Baby Blue Love. Great songs. A lot of the songs on this EP actually really, really solid. Sold really well. But I'm getting strong hints of, ooh, this is trendy on TikTok. Ooh, this is trendy with the kids. Let's pull in that. And as a result, the song isn't bad. The song is actually nice. I actually like those two songs a lot more than Alcohol Free. But at the same time,
it's not like JYP's gonna put himself as the B-side. Also, I think that's
what.
I don't think JYP would ever make himself the B-side. I think that's an inherent issue with the song.
As a producer,
he's not gonna slot his own song as the B-side song.
Well, he needs to.
Well, he's not going to, dude. There's no way.
He's dumb. I mean, here's the thing. He did take part in writing track number... Oh, wait, actually, never mind. That's because... Never mind. Ignore that. Okay, but seriously, look. You cut me off. I forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about Dua Lipa and the two songs, and you like the other songs on the album, the two of them, better than this one.
Yeah.
trendy. TikTok.
Right, they're following the trend a lot. Dude, you gotta stop cutting me off sometimes. But yeah...
I mean, we're 25 minutes into this rant. I think on this one.
Here's the thing. Okay. Let's wrap it up. Once I have all these Twice albums behind me. Seriously, if you look up episode 5 of SojuTalk, I go into how much I like 3 people in specific in K-pop, and that's Juri, Jio, and Jonghyun. That hasn't changed. I'm still very much into Twice. And this, again, like the Itzy song I talked about, this is very concerning. Because they're making a very risky move, and I'm not seeing it work out so far.
Well, okay. My final point is, at least I Can't Stop Me retained a lot of the Twice magic, in my opinion. It still felt like a Twice song. Where the problem with this song is it doesn't feel like a Twice song.
Really?
Yeah. I think I Can't Stop Me sounds way more like a Twice song than this one does.
I guess this might be a hot take, but everything since Feel Special has not felt like Twice to me.
That's a really hot take, I think.
I know, but I mean,
Jesus Christ.
I think up until Fancy and Feel Special, they were still on brand, and like the way they went to execute more and more, and I Can't Stop Me just felt like.
Okay.
Anu, you got any closing thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, I think the song will grow on me eventually as well. Definitely a little bit more and more. So. Not a terrible song again. Like Twice is still like top tier girl group, of course. It's just the choices questionable sometimes.
All right, I think that went really long.
Who cares? Let's talk about LIGHTSUM and Vanilla. Their company is Cube.
Okay.
Are they actually from Cube? I thought
they're Cube.
Okay,
yeah,
Cube
Cube.
Entertainment. They debuted this year in 2021 because this track is their debut track. So they don't have any last songs and they don't have any music show wins so far. So
this is Cube. It's Han Cho-won. She was from Cube, dude.
Yes, yes. Na-young too.
Yeah, Kim Na-young. Yeah.
This okay. This guy, the Spice Train ain't gonna stop this week. All right, let's put it in terms.
Okay.
This is not a terrible debut, right? Okay. I don't think it's terrible.
I don't think so. No.
I think the problem. I think the problem is right with this debut. There is nothing that sets this apart from a lot of other high energy K-pop girl songs. That's the overarching problem with this song. Additionally, the production sounds very dated.
I
don't think I'm wrong with that either, right?
Yes, I thought of that.
And the last thing is, for a Cube girl group, right? I ain't expecting them to do something nuts because I think G-Idol's debut was really good. I also like CLC's Pepe. I like that song, right?
Yes.
Something about this song, it felt like... Actually, I don't know. This might be too spicy. Okay, let me put it this way.
Who cares?
I'm just gonna say it. This song felt like a lower tier girl group song, like random comeback song.
Oh.
Man, okay.
Okay.
I'm not saying like a trash tier girl group. I'm saying like a regular girl group, right? Not super big, and they just released the song and it's high energy. That's what this sounds like. This doesn't sound like a Cube debut song to me, at least.
Here's the reason I was like, Company Cube? That you remember I asked that?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Cube usually makes better music than this.
Oh.
Man, we're gonna get weird comments today. They're gonna be
all right.
No, these people do a K-pop podcast, but they don't like K-pop.
Let me justify what I said about Cube, though, right?
Okay,
go.
Go,
some of the people who worked on this song worked on older Oh My Girl stuff, like Coloring Book.
Okay.
It's very similar to that song.
Yeah,
I
I
think
can
there's a
see
lot
that.
of overlap with that. I think that this song, the worst decision they made was that electronic breakdown in this song. I think
Yes.
that like I think
favorite part.
I think it took away so much from the song. Up until there, I was like, okay, I can kind of deal with this. And then the breakdown happened. I'm like, oh god, what are we doing here? You know. War's preparing something to say.
No.
No.
I don't hate the
You agree
song.
with that though, right? The electronic
no,
breakdown was horrific, right?
It was okay. I can't say horrific. It was
Big oof,
generic.
oof, just
Okay.
mini oof, just
Yeah.
an oof. Right?
Here's the thing. It was safe. Everything felt
Okay,
safe.
that's a good way to put it as well. It was safe.
Everything felt like let's do something that we know people won't hate. But the problem is, just because they didn't hate it 3 years ago doesn't mean they'll still not hate it today. Years change, you know. Like people have growing like tastes. Like you know, like, the first song that I thought about when this song came out, when I heard this song, and the music video too, was "I Don't Like Your Girlfriend" by Wakey Makey.
Okay.
Which I use that song very frequently as a reference point because for me, Wakey Makey is a textbook example of begin with a bad debut, have a nice solid career. That's what it is for me. You know. What I'm trying to say is I'm not concerned about LIGHTSUM. I'm not angry.
No.
I'm not angry or anything. I do think they're playing it a little safe, which makes sense because it's their debut. You know. But at the same time, a little bit of something that differentiates this group from other people might have been nice. You know, the vocals were nice.
Okay,
Nice.
I think
Yes.
the vocals were the strongest part of this group.
Yeah,
At least
here's
the
the
debut.
everything is nice.
Everything's fine. It's just the song. Like, you know?
But here's the thing. Yeah, just because everything is nice doesn't mean I'm gonna remember it.
No.
I frankly will not remember this song next week. And for a debut,
I
that's a
kind
little
of will.
concerning.
The vanilla. I thought that was catchy,
That's
dude.
catchy.
I've been saying that
Okay.
all day.
Okay, fair point. That part is very catchy.
That's a super
true.
catchy part.
That's
Anita,
true. That's true.
Anita, how do you feel about vanilla? Was this a very vanilla song for you?
Kind of, but like,
Right.
I guess I also agree with the outdated sound kind of bit, especially in the chorus breakdown. The highlight for me was, of course, the vocals as well. I don't know. I feel like seeing the teaser or like what is it, the pre-debut stuff that they were releasing, kind of like teasing the members and the group and like their abilities. I remember a lot like watching the like a dance video that they did with 3 of them, and I was like, oh, they're really good dancers, and they were doing a song that was a little bit more intense, a little darker, and I thought like, oh, are they gonna go with something like this because they could pull it off? And to see that they switched it up like very, very differently. I don't know. It made me a little confused because I feel like they can pull off a lot of things, and I'm surprised that they decided to go with this particular concept. So I don't know. I like Warren mentioned, I guess having a debut that is not like amazing doesn't mean that you won't have an amazing career, but it does make me a little bit less curious sometimes because I don't know, like, will we keep going this way? We might switch it up. If they switch it up, I'll definitely check it out because I want to see what else they can do. And yeah, I don't know. It's an
Hey.
interesting choice.
If we want a textbook example of a good debut that we weren't expecting, Stacy's
Yes.
So Bad.
Oh man, that
Pretty
That was
nice.
a fire
Yeah.
debut, right? That's a fire debut.
What was the weekly debut track? That was really good too.
Oh,
Tag
what's
Me.
Tag me,
Oh,
tag me.
yes, that
Those
was
are those are
good
good
too.
Great
debuts.
debut.
Yeah.
You know why those are good? There's like, I can tie those sounds to that group at least in my head. You know?
True.
It's here's the thing. It's trendy. It does something a little new, but it's pretty safe. It's a balance of a lot of things, which I understand is very difficult to achieve. But what can I say?
I wouldn't compare this debut to like CLC's Pepe because I think Pepe was also like an interesting debut choice
Okay.
from them. I kind of like that song now that it's aged a bit.
Anita, I have a quick makeup question.
Makeup. Okay.
Yeah. Aren't like pink lipsticks like off trend right now? Like very bright pink.
I don't know if the word off trend, but I will say that a lot of the color choices, like music video wise, outfit wise, and like makeup as well, I guess, I was a little, I don't know, I guess they were very interesting. They feel like they weren't like overly saturated, but it just felt a little like, wow, this is kind of bright, like really bright. And I don't know if they were just trying to like pull off like a summer bright, like youthful look. But I don't know, something in the set and the lighting, I didn't think it was like the best of choice.
It
be
felt
honest.
very vibrant.
Yes,
Like
yes,
too vibrant.
a little.
Yeah. Okay, that was my little thing about
You know,
makeup.
LIGHTSUM's interesting because, like, I know a lot of people know who Chowon, maybe Nayoung, maybe Juyeon from because she was on the unit. She was kind of notable there, if you remember back in the day. This was not the most hyped debut ever. I don't think anyone was thinking this is like hype city, right, for this one. Maybe some people at home were. Maybe I'm a little off trend with that, but I think the song choice for a Cube group was really interesting. Now, I'm not saying you need to do like a Cube song, right? Like, you know, that Cube vibe. But like at the same time, if you had just played me this song and showed me this group without knowing who they are and said what company are they from, I think Cube would be towards the bottom of the list of what company
Same.
I thought they were from. If
I
we
would've
just look at the
mentioned-
song individually.
I would have mentioned something like, I don't know, like Jellyfish or like
Yeah.
it's another one. Can't think of any at the moment.
It's an interesting debut. It's not a bad debut. It's just I don't feel they really helped their case in being like, this is LIGHTSUM, you know? I think that's the main thing here.
Identifying them, yeah.
Because if we think about G Idol's debut, right when that song dropped, you were like, that's G Idol, clearly.
That's G Idol.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's clearly what they're going for. This one, it just feels like, I wonder what they're gonna go for, you know? And I don't think that's the best
Yes.
way I should come out of a debut being like, I wonder what their next song's gonna be, right? I think that's the bad. I don't think the taste that was left in my mouth is what they were going for. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, you'll watch their career with a level of interest.
I'm curious now as to what's gonna happen.
I'm very
honestly.
curious. Yeah.
Let's go to the last song though. So we got GOT7's Yugyeom, right?
Ooh.
He released "I Want You Around" featuring Davida, produced by Gray, right? And he is now at AOMG after leaving JYP. Debut 2014 with GOT7. 32 music show wins with GOT7. Warren, you could talk about this. This song is more in your realm, right? You kind of down with these type of songs. You
Yeah,
youngin.
this track is a lot less pop and way more like R&B, like
Yeah, for sure.
pop R&B, PB R&B, trap R&B, whatever you want to say. It's one of those like modern R&B tracks with like a hip hop backing, like there's like a constant like trap drum rhythm going around. There's like there's like at some point there's like a analog moog bass, and then there's like 808s. So production wise it's very solid. It's very well made. Obviously it's great. At the same time, Yugyeom's vocals very impressive, not gonna lie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very impressive. Very nice vocal tone. Which I feel like nowadays, I really feel like tone is a lot more important than their like raw ability to sing.
Like range or something, right?
No, yeah, right. Range is, you know what? If you have good range, good for you. But
I think that's
want,
just
like,
a bonus these days to have
Right.
incredible range. Yeah.
Honestly, what's good to have nowadays is a very appealing, sexy voice. Like you gotta get the sultry voice going on. Like
I think a good example of that is like Yugi's voice. I don't think she's not a range
yes.
monster, but the tone, she hitting you with the tone at least,
yeah.
I got some things to say. Number one, a lot of wandering in the forest in this music video, right?
Yes.
There was like 2 minutes of wandering, right?
Gave me Harry Potter vibes, when they're in the forest.
Yeah, I had to remember that this isn't going for like a traditional K-pop route anymore.
True, yes.
Because in my head, I'm like, this is Yugyeom. This is hit the stage winner from the dance competition back in
True.
the day. Why aren't you dancing, boy? He danced at the end.
a little bit, yes.
Personally, as the K-pop connoisseur, maybe a little bit more choreography sprinkled in, right, Anita? Like, because we
That
know he's
would've
really
been nice.
good. He's really good. Also, Davida, right? Let's talk about Davida.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of her.
Yeah.
I really liked her vocal section. I think she's really talented as a vocalist. I think that her feature at times might have overshadowed him a tiny bit.
Really.
I really liked her
Interesting.
feature personally. I don't know. But
I
that
feel
just
like
might
it
be
was
me
a-
being biased.
I feel like it was a good balance.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess I'm not particularly a huge Davida fan. I like her. I don't like follow her closely. I don't follow her on Instagram, but I think she's nice. And I felt like the balance was really nice, and the parts where they sing together, near the end were just really, really beautiful.
Nice.
Yep.
They were just really, really nice. And it came at a perfect timing too, which is this is an obvious timing, right? Someone sings the first verse or first chorus, someone else sings the second verse. Sure, it's a common thing to do, but I felt like it was a nice balance and a good change of pace. And at the end they sing together nicely. So it's a good way to. I felt like it was a good way to benefit off of the strengths of Yugyeom, right? Because he's coming off as a K-pop star, coming off as a K-pop idol, and he needs to. Now he's an AOMG. I guess he doesn't want to do the pop thing anymore, right? He doesn't want to do just the straight vanilla idol thing anymore, right? He wants. What I'm getting is he wants to prove himself as an artist and like a I am a singer. That is what I do. And you know what? It's kind of persuading me. It's very persuasive, not in that aspect, especially, and that stands out to me particularly because I'm not a huge GOT7 person. I haven't really, been like, ooh, GOT7 is my go-to boy group. They have kind of been in the background for me. So this to me was a very fresh change of pace. And maybe it's because I am, biased positively towards the company or Davida or this entire industry in general, which is a little detached from, like idol K-pop. But I would argue this is probably one of my favorite songs of the week. It's
nice.
No, this is my favorite song of the week.
Yeah.
This is for sure.
Nice.
yeah.
Can I go a step further?
Sure, go ahead.
I think this has been the best GOT7 bro solo thing post like them leaving JYP.
Oh.
Ooh,
That's where I'm gonna go with
Okay.
this. At least for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to say. We do have Bam Bam next week, so that might be broken in a week. But as of now, out of the other stuff, Jackson did some stuff, JB did some things. Kind of like this one the most so far.
Yeah, this is nice. The song was very chill and laid back and relaxed, yet so strong. If you think about the comments I made earlier with the Twice track, that'll be a nice contrast. But can't complain.
With all the GOT7 dudes, I'm really excited because they're pretty much all going solo as their primary thing. Maybe we'll do a little GOT7 on the side. Really interesting to see all the stuff they're all releasing because it's all very different from each other. But
I feel like one more thing. He would be really nice with the Code Kunst beat. Like if you think about Code Kunst, he has a bit of a lo-fi texture with a very sexy undertone. This is one of the things that he's capable of. He's very versatile. But that is something I think I would really like to hear. How'd you feel about this track, Anita?
I don't know. Like we mentioned already, I thought the genre, it makes sense. The vibe, it makes sense. I kind of feel like I saw this coming even when he was in GOT7, just because I know that he did that one unit with JB, and they had like a more chill, almost trap vibe. I remember. So I feel like I saw them both going in this direction because it felt like that's where they wanted to go, and it makes sense. Really liked the feature with Davida. I thought it made perfect sense in the way that she was included, that I didn't feel like, oh, it was too little, oh, it was a little too much. It made sense. So very solid. I am looking forward to more dancing, please, Yugyeom. I think he can pull it off.
You know what? I don't care if he dances or not. I like the way he sings.
Hey, we all like. That means we kind of liked everything he was doing in this.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Look at us.
We're positive about something.
See, we don't hate K-pop after all.
Okay. Other big releases this week include Epix had a debut with Lockdown. WeI had a comeback with Bye Bye Bye. Cards BM made a solo debut with Broken Me. Hoya released Stay With Me. Sori, who was the girl who was featuring on the TXT song.
Right.
She released The Long Night, which is featuring Giri Boy. TXT released Magic, which was a B-side, and Uptension released Spin Off. So those were the other big releases this week. Spice King, we're kind of running late. I didn't think I'm really going to explain it this week. We have a chart. We're going to choose some songs for our chart. The Soju chart last week was BTS's Butter picked up its third win, entered the Hall of Spice, so it cannot be ranked this week. Second place was EXO's Don't Fight the Feeling, and third place was TXT's 01 Love Song. New candidates this week include the songs we covered, so they are Twice's Alcohol-Free, LIGHTSUM's Vanilla, Yugyeom's I Want You Around. Boom.
I like how you said you're not gonna explain, and you went ahead to explain everything.
I didn't explain like what the segment was though.
Details.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
meant.
Well, if you are confused, listen to our last week's episode. Go, Doug. What is your ranking? Give
can
me
I
your
talk?
numbers.
I'm gonna talk about the chart this week. This is not a confident chart. Like,
Okay.
you know how some weeks you're like, yo, I'm hella confident. This song gotta be number one. It's a number one worthy song, you know?
right.
Like, this, you gotta slam this at the top, is where it's at.
Okay.
This week, I feel is more like this is kind of what the week rolled out to be. This is what I went with. That's how I feel with this one, you know?
Oh man.
So I'll just say it though. First place, I have EXO's "Don't Fight the Feeling." I think that's I really like that song. I don't know if it's a number one song, but it is this week. Second place, I have TXT's 01 Love Song, and in third place, I have Yugyeom's "I Want You Around." So that is my chart this week. Anita,
Warren,
it's your
go.
time. No, Anita, you
No,
go
Anita,
second.
go. What? We've established this.
Dang it.
Can you have Anita go first next time?
Why not?
Okay.
See, my chart is also not very confident.
See,
Let's start with last place. For me, I'm gonna sneak in Twice just because
okay.
I still feel like the song has a lot of potential. That I wish some stuff would have been done differently, like we mentioned already. But overall, I still feel like it's really enjoyable, and it's really a really cute song. I think the music video is really pretty too. So I'm gonna put it in third. For second, I am gonna put TXT's song, Love Song.
Okay,
I've been
TXT, yep.
I've been kind of lukewarm about this song, and I didn't include it in the past chart for me, just because I don't know. I feel like I understood what it was trying to do, but I wasn't feeling it yet, and now I feel like I kind of gone back.
Are you
to
feeling
my,
it, Anita? You feeling it now? A little bit.
A little bit. I feel like I've gone back to like, yes, the rock angst of the middle school years. I see it now. I see the.
Anita, you
the
feeling
wolf
angsty?
cut. A little bit, yes. I feel
Okay,
like
okay, that's good.
I've been listening to a little bit more of the rock genre from back in the day, and this song is very reminiscent of that, so I appreciate it. So I'll put it in second, and in number one, I'll also put EXO's "Don't Fight the Feeling."
Let's go.
Very nice, very fun, very fresh. Yes.
Warren.
the feeling. Yeah. Well, don't fight the feeling. That's on third place for me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think I like the song. TXT 0x1 Love Song. I Know I Love You. It's a good song. I'm putting it on second.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
That leaves first place to Yugyeom.
Ooh.
Vita.
Oh.
With I Want You Around. It's
Nice.
it's a well-made song of a genre I
is.
like. What did you expect? Did you expect me to not give it first? Then you are very, very wrong, sir.
I thought you were gonna put TXT in first.
Yeah, me too.
I like TXT.
You were campaigning pretty hard last week for
Yeah.
that
No,
one.
TXT song is good. Here's the thing. Okay, so last week I said I will check out their album. I haven't listened to it enough to say whether it's like a good album or not, but at the same time, I'm having a good time. This is a good album.
fun.
I
Magic
like
was
it.
fun.
It's
All
nice.
right.
It's nice.
The results. First place, EXO's "Don't Fight the Feeling" with 7 points. So they are
go.
this week's Spice King. Shout out to EXO.
Let's
Second
go.
place is TXT's 01 Love Song with 6 points. So it was very close. Third place is Yugyeom's "I Want You Around" with 4 points. So
go.
it shall be written. Anita, hit us with the music show winners.
All right, so we have BTS's Butter picking up some wins on Show Music Core and Inkigayo. So they're up to 8 total wins with Butter. So big congrats to them.
Congrats.
So that is the 5th Triple Crown on Inkigayo this year. Twice's I Can't Stop Me counts because it got the Triple Crown in the first week of January, even though the song was released in 2020. And then IU's Celebrity, Brave Girls Rolling, IU's Lilac. So now the 5th one is Butter.
Nice. And then also another big hit Hive Music group, TXT, with 01 Love Song, had 4 music show wins with this comeback they won on the show Music Show Champion, M Countdown, and Music Bank. So big congrats
we
to
had
them.
a HYBE sweep this week.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
Sweep.
You know, I still think it's interesting how they release two songs that close to each other from their like biggest acts, but you know,
It's a
it is what
move.
it is.
Dude, they
But,
just don't care.
That's a confident move, right?
Look at them go.
Yeah, but we're now at the end of part 1 of SojuTalk 143. We'll be back after a short break.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using, and consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 143, where we discuss recent K-pop news and events and give you the state of the nation. All right, news and events. The first one. Wheein has decided not to renew her contract with RBW, but will continue to be involved in some Mamamoo related activities until December 2023. In the meantime, the group is currently preparing for their summer concert, and the 3 other members of Mamamoo, Solar, Moonbyul, and Hwasa, have all recently renewed their contracts with the company.
Okay.
It seems like she's only down to do the Mamamoo specific stuff with RBW now, right?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. As a fan, I am kind of excited, given like Mamamoo is gonna stay around at least till 2023. You know, that's it's longer than I expected. Not gonna lie, because they've been around since like 2012. Is it?
7 years.
It was one of those
7 years.
things that if they had disbanded, I wouldn't have been like shocked Pikachu face, you know,
Right.
at that point. I'm happy that it's continuing though, and it seems like they're going a more mature route lately, so I'm wondering what they're going to do for the next like 2 years with this, right? It seems like what she basically decided is like, I don't really want to be in RBW other than for my girls here with Mamamoo.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it seems like if Mamamoo doesn't, because you know a lot of the Mamamoo members' activities now is solo stuff, right?
Yeah,
or YouTube
Right.
a
stuff
lot.
if you're Solar, right?
Right.
So it seems like Wheein's pretty much like, you know, I got some loyalty here. We're gonna do the Mamamoo stuff, but other than that, like RBW, get out of my face real quick, you know? That's what it seems like.
It's great because like Wheein has the capability to continue being active at the same time she has the ability to look for a new company.
Yep.
That will probably do her good justice. You know, go to
Yeah,
AOMG.
I think
Ooh.
it's a good decision for everyone here because you know it seems like
Yeah.
everyone's getting what
Yeah.
they want.
Except RBW.
True, because I'm sure they want her all 4 on contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
big rip.
I mean, she probably had all the leverage in discussions, right? So
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. I mean, RBW didn't really give her good solo like
No.
activities. So like even if I was Wheein, I'd be like, nah, buddy, I'm bouncing. Bye, Felicia. I'm moving out. Let's go.
all right, here's the next one.
Okay.
Kakao Entertainment has completed the acquisition of Hi-Up Entertainment Home to Stay. They are now the largest shareholder of Hi-Up, securing a 40% stake in the company, and the company was recently founded by producer duo Black Eyed Pilsung in 2020. Talk about stonks, right? Like,
Man.
bro, you make the company last year. You make 2 songs or 2 title tracks, right? And Kakao buys it. That's like
Big moves.
Man, look
Wow.
at that.
I'm sure Kakao was like, all right, we're going to buy this, but you literally have to stay on as the main producer, right? Because if for some reason they were stupid and didn't, right? What's stopping them from just dipping and doing this all over again, you know? Like,
Yeah.
could you like, 100% they told Black Eyed Pilsung, you're going to remain on with Stacey for the like
you
at
promise.
least
Yes.
their whole contract. You're going to produce their music, you know, manage them, that kind of crap. But like, imagine if they didn't. And they're like, bro, this is like a startup. We're just gonna make a new one, you know, real quick. But shout out to Black Eyed Pilsung. They got the bag in like 12 months, right?
Yeah, man.
Dedication, man.
Imagine how much money they made, even on top of what they already have. You know.
They probably made like the producer. They probably made like $5-10 million minimum each from this already, and they're like, okay, right? Like,
The thing is, like, it makes sense, right? Because Black Eyed Pilsung is like the biggest name in the producer scene in K-pop right now, right?
yes, yep.
And I feel like having a good producer in house is very important, and it makes sense for CJ to do this. Actually, no, sorry, this is Kakao. Never mind.
Are you?
I said never mind. To move on.
I mean, Kakal's still big. You know, I use
still
under the
big, too.
brand. You know,
Yeah, I was gonna mention CJ because CJ has been doing stuff with like Korean producers and whatnot. So I thought, okay, maybe that's what they want to do.
I also
continue
saw
doing, but-
a list of the artists who are now under the Kakao family. You want to hear the list real quick?
Ooh, give me that list.
IU, Monsta X, The Boys, Uju Sonyo, A-Pink, Sistar, well, Sister not really, Weekly, Stacy, Gravity, Victon, Jung Se-eun, and Anyujin, Jang Won-young. So people are saying Starships now
Wow.
under this Kakao sort of umbrella Majig too, but I don't know if that's true. I saw it in a
Interesting.
comment though, so you might, if you want to fact check me on that, please do, because I'm not completely sure. But next, BTS's Butter is the first #1 debut by a group to remain at #1 on the Hot 100 for its first 3 weeks since 2000. Since since the beginning of the century, this is the first song to debut at #1 and hold it for 3 weeks
By a
Dang.
group.
by a group.
Well, yeah, look at that.
That's kind of nutty, right?
Crazy numbers.
Additionally, label mates TXT debuted at #5 on the Billboard 200, which is the album chart there as well.
Man, look at that.
I've
just
been
flexing.
driving to work more, obviously now because the fishing season, we're in the summer, right? On my, as I said last week, Z100 New York hits New York's #1 hit music station, right? They play this song literally every day
Yeah.
between going and coming. I
I
listen
see
to it
that,
at
yeah.
least once a day right now. It's kind of crazy that that's a thing now, and they talk about Army and stuff on like for the song. They're like, "Hey, shout out to Army, BTS's Butter," and then they play it. I'm like, okay,
On
you
the
know?
radio?
On the radio,
Dang,
the little
DJ.
ad lib before it starts. It's kind of crazy. I feel like
95.9 bringing it to you. BTS's Butter. Shout out to all the armies.
we're in uncharted territory clearly with this kind of stuff now. We're
Y'all
just
think-
lucky that we're along for the ride. I think, right?
Y'all think this is going to get a Grammy? Okay.
I think that's the real debate.
Okay. I think a nomination's in the bag.
Yeah.
I think a
Nomination
nomination's in
at
the
least.
bag, especially with the commercial success this is having and the cultural impact it's having. I think we got a nomination in the bag. Do we get a window?
I don't
Brand
know.
New Music is going to launch a new boy group in the first half of 2022.
All right, dude, your transition there was so awkward, dude. Next segment, as Warren said, so there's 2 of these. It's tied here.
Okay.
We got new groups potentially for Brand New Music and Yehua. So Brand New Music to launch a new boy group first half of 2022. X1's Ian Sang is confirmed as a member of the upcoming boy group. So that's there.
Okay.
Interesting, Brand New Music is home to AB6, so this would be their first group since AB6. Second, Yehua has applied for the trademarks for Tempest, both in English and Korean, and TPST, reportedly for their new male idol group. Fans are wondering if Produce alums An Hyung-sup and Lee Wong, I think, will be a part of the lineup, in addition to former Island contestant Hanbin, who recently signed with the company. This would be Yehua's first group since the one that Jang Sung-young was in, right?
Huh? Really?
Yehua. Oh, also that one Chinese guy's Yibo was in that group. Oh, what is it called? Unique.
Yeah,
I think this would be their first boy group since then in Korea, because Unique was marketed towards K-pop.
While.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's
Interesting.
kinda-
Interesting.
I think the Yehua one's more interesting because we all just said interesting within 10 seconds of each other, guys. Let's think of some new words. Fascinating.
Fascinating. Oh, no. Here's the thing. Tempest.
Intriguing.
Tempest.
Yeah.
TPST. Sounds like short for TB Street. Not sure if that's a great, shorthand for your group. But
TP Street?
Tempest sounds like a cool name. I'm kind of concerned about Brand New already boy group. Like AB6 isn't that old.
It's like I feel like AB6 has stagnated.
Yeah, weren't we concerned about their career last comeback?
They debuted in 2019. This is year like 2 for them, y'all.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, no, it ain't that old. No. It's very quick. Quick.
Yehua makes more sense because Everglo's doing well.
Right.
So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
more sense. And they got a lot of like famous kids now in the company waiting to go.
Right.
But Brand New Music, are you gonna throw in the towel on AB6? Please don't. Like I feel like they're underutilizing Daehui a lot, particularly.
Honestly, yeah.
All right,
You know what
let's
they should, you know what they should do for Tempest?
What should they do?
They should add Yena.
Make it a mixed gender group.
Yeah, make it a mixed gender group. Who cares?
Honestly, that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, what you gonna do? Add Yena into Everglow now? Like,
My feelings about these adding, it's like so. All right, here's an aside, right?
Okay.
There is a movement right now to try to revive 12.
Whoa.
OT12
Oh yeah,
is the
like
OT12.
there are I don't know the direct specifics. I read up a tiny bit yesterday.
Okay.
Fans independently, like I'm not talking like the youngins, like adult fans,
Ooh.
right,
Okay.
have been organizing this crap, pulling money together. Apparently, they
wow.
hired a third-party entity to negotiate with the companies. So they've all made
Wow.
contact with all of them. They're pretty much hammering out. Like I ain't saying it's gonna happen, right? But they have been discussions between this third-party entity and all the companies involved.
That's serious.
That's
Dang.
pretty
And
serious.
they pulled money. I heard it's in the millions.
Oh my god.
like seed money, I guess.
Yeah, to get this to
This
happen.
is basically a multi-person startup.
And the adult fans are working pro bono, so they're not getting paid for this. They're just doing
Oh
it.
man.
Man,
Yeah,
That's dedication.
that's
wow.
kind of crazy. I
It
mean,
is, right?
I mean, here's the thing, right? That's happened a couple times in the past, right? Like, it's remember Produce like season 1, like the group Hanyeri was in. No,
Yeah, IBI, and then there was also JBJ in season
Yep.
2.
Right. YBY didn't happen, but you know stuff like
those,
that has happened.
But those were groups out of kids who didn't make the main group. This is main
Right.
group getting revived. It's different.
right. I guess I'm saying there's track record of fans propelling stuff like this to happen, and I'll be honest, the IZ*ONE fandom has got to be bigger than IBI. You know?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know,
Of
like,
course, of course.
So surprisingly and strangely enough, I feel like it might happen. Maybe not with all of the 12 members.
I have the opinion. Yeah, see, that's what I think. I think if it does happen, it wouldn't be all 12. I'm also not going to get myself too excited for something that's not confirmed yet.
Okay,
So I
you're gonna
will-
make another video later down the line on YouTube. What?
No, because
Wisdom thinks about.
this isn't a negative thing. This is a positive thing. You know?
Oh, you're not gonna be like super excited to make a video about it? Come on, Doug. We're YouTubers. We're professional YouTubers. We share our daily lives.
All right,
That's
professionals
or
loose here, dude.
Stream Minecraft 24/7. That's what you do. I saw a clip of Hitomi performing AKB,
Yeah,
Aw.
and she's just too good.
blonde homie, dude. She's blonde homie again right now.
I know she's.
I saw the
blonde Hitomi.
picture. She looked hella cute, right?
Yeah, and like I see her dancing next to these other people, and I'm
She
like,
got so much better relative
She's
to the
way
other
too
kids.
good.
She's way too good, right? No, I know exactly what you're saying.
oh man, it's weird.
Hey, speaking of
weird.
Produce, we got more information about another reality show, Girls Planet 999, right? So Mnet released a trailer for Girls Planet 999 featuring Yugyeom, so it confirmed his role as MC.
Okay.
He also, in this video, introduced a new system, which includes, so these are like mentors and other entities in this thing. K-pop master. There's a vocal / dance master, planet master, who knows what that means, and a planet
What?
guardian, which is the global fans, right?
Okay.
Because you got to think, this is based in universe, so there's planets and crap, right?
I see. Okay.
Sunmi and Girls' Generation's Tiffany have been confirmed to join the program as K-pop masters.
Wow.
Wow.
So I think that means like straight mentors or like people there just
Possibly.
to oversee, not the dance or the choreo like helpers, you know?
Oh, okay. So I'm seeing K-pop masters are there for the soft power. You know.
I think
like,
they're there just to
teamwork.
you know, review things, help give advice, you know,
Right.
that kind of deal. But they're not the ones like yelling at them about their dancing or singing specifically.
I'm assuming we're gonna see the people we've seen before on Produce as vocal and dance masters.
So it's not the
possibly.
people. It's some people who have been related to those shows. I saw one of them was. He was a guy who appeared on one of the episodes of Produce. He works with JYP, one of the choreographers. Like they didn't get like celebrities to. Some of the people who are the vocal and dance people aren't like giant celebrities, but they're people who are known in the industry as like choreographers and things like that.
Gotcha.
So-
Gotcha. Choreographers. Well,
So
I'm
it's-
glad
yeah.
that we don't have a rap master again. Remember when Don Mills was a trainer on Produce?
So
Like, that
awkward.
was
Yeah.
So
funky.
awkward.
Let's not do that.
Girls Planet 99 gonna be hype. Lastly, Everglow and Icon are the newest artists set to join global fan community platform Weverse.
Oh.
Another thing I saw was that almost all of the YG artists are starting to stop their premium stuff on VLive because they're gonna move over to Weverse eventually. So that's something else I saw.
Dang.
Rocket Punch?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that dude.
Let's start switching over. Let's start. Why did you do?
What's their fan community? Is it on Daum still?
Nope. Yes, it's in Down Cafe, and then we have our official fandom through VLive.
Okay.
Why did you start season 2 of official fandom earlier in the month through VLive? We know VLive is ending.
Okay. It is what it is. So
okay.
Announced big comebacks. Lucy, June 16th. NCT Dream, that repackage is happening on the 28th. Boys the Capo, June 30th. Don't Kiss, June 1st. Day 6, June 5th. BTS, they're gonna have another song, July 9th. CIX, July, and Red Velvet, August. That one's pretty hyped up, I believe.
Wow.
Interesting.
All right, State of the Nation. We are doing a World Cup this week, so we'll try to run through state real quick. We almost recorded late this week because I went and visited my grandparents in Flushing for the first time since pandemic happened.
Nice. Very nice.
We hadn't seen them since around Thanksgiving 2019. So it's been a minute, right?
It's been a hot minute, yeah. Wait, I was there too.
They didn't come that year to here.
Never mind.
Yeah, so we saw them, they were doing fine. My grandpa finally retired this year, so that's something. He's in his 80s. He finally retired, so that's something. We ate some jjajangmyeon. I had jjajang personally because I like bop better than noodles,
What's wrong with you? Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm weird like that. It was a good time seeing them. A lot of catching up to do in 18 months. Talking over the phone, sending texts. It doesn't really substitute for in-person contact. We all are vaccinated. We all doing well. It was nice to see them.
Nice.
Drive to Flushing. It's a pretty long ass drive. And New York City traffic. I finally remember how crap it is. So that was something. Anita, I heard that the Produce thing ended, right?
Yes, it did.
I'm gonna ask you about something. Some kid, right? I heard that he went from the teens to place 2 or 3 or something, right? In the finale. Yeah, that was the big thing. Explain that. Explain that.
Okay, well, just in general, the finale, typical finale, 2 finale songs divided evenly between the 20 last contestants. I didn't particularly like one over the other. I thought they both did really well. But the hot take might be that neither of the centers for each song made it into the group, which I was very surprised about.
Kind of awkward.
Yeah, I'm very, how should I say it? I feel like I kind of expected the top 5, like I mentioned before. There was a little bit of shuffling that I did not expect. The bottom 6, because it was top 11. I don't know what happened. A lot of things flipped. That's what I want to say. People panic voted for people in the teens because they thought they're not gonna make it. So let's focus on this person that's way down from the debut range, and then they ended up flipping the chart, if that makes sense. So that's kind of how I want to explain it. If I'm being honest, I feel really bad.
I'm looking at this. Some guy won 17-2. I see 14-7, 19-8, 13-9. Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Shout out to the kid in 19th who ended up 8. Shout out to him. He probably thought he wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
13-9 is kind of
that's not
realistic.
That's realistic.
But I guess the producers learned from the other producers.
I heard the kid who ended up in second went he went 3 to 16 at some point too, right? Or he fell from 3 to 16 at some point in the show too. So
Yeah.
high variability in that kid's rankings, you know.
Yeah. I wasn't like super keeping up like what the fans, the people that were watching the show, what they felt for each contestant. I do know that particular contestant had some, how should I say it, not very good stuff that was mentioned about him. Like,
Okay.
they mentioned that I saw a translation basically saying that he made a comment about another contestant regarding like his physical appearance because the contestant is mixed. So like the way that it was described, I feel like it wasn't meant maliciously, right? But it felt like very like, it's a little ignorant. Like I wish you wouldn't have said that because it comes off as like, it's not the best thing to say to someone. I don't know. That's my impression of that person just because of that translation, and I guess maybe it was reflected in the voting, but still very surprised that he ended up in second. I did not see it coming. A lot of rankings I did not see coming, but interesting. Okay, spoiler alert in case you haven't seen the finale yet, but I'm really glad that the center is Messiah. He was like the 1 and 2 for most of the weeks, so I'm glad that he's center because I that was like, if anybody was gonna be center, I thought it should be him. So I'm glad it worked out that way for him at least.
Okay. What about you, Warren?
Wouldn't be produced without some dramatic rank changes nowadays.
Right.
So, yeah, here we go. I've been what's one thing I did? I restarted watching I was marathoning an old animumu that I watched a while ago. The Disastrous Life of Saiki Kusuo.
Oh.
Saiki Kusuo no Saina.
Uh-huh.
And this will probably give you a good understanding of what kind of anime I like. Very light, no commitment at all, comedy, just straight comedy. It is Shonen Jump, so you got the Shonen, style of writing. But check it out. It's about a superpowered man who is just so superpowered, and like life is annoying because you're too OP. You're too strong, but that was pretty fun. You got a guy with pink hair. Don't like people with pink hair, except this guy.
Hey, I like Twice Chaeyoung's hair in this music.
It was
video.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Care.
So,
We don't
Dang.
like your hair either, sir. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate that very, very much.
Oh, look who was talking, dude. My hair's a mess right now. I don't know what to do
I
with it.
didn't even
Like,
say anything.
no, it's the self-deprecation right now, dude. And I gotta cut it, dude. It's too much.
All right. I think I like your hair. Speaking of which, Doug Drip World Cup is in the works. Shout out to KME for the naming. I started photoshopping some stuff together, but in the meantime, I thought it would be a good idea to start something with something vanilla, something normal, not too dumb. So we have the K-pop cliches and trends World Cup, which
Nice.
we will cut to in a very good second.
No,
while
we don't
Doug
need a
is-
cut, dude. I did it.
No cuts.
We did it, dude.
Oh, it's a wild, wild world right now. Quick disclaimer before we begin. Quick disclaimer. I have used groups as examples, certain music videos as examples. By no means am I criticizing them. They were just examples I could think of for the specific trends and cliches. I would also like to add, just because your favorite group follows a trend or a cliche does not mean they're bad. The genre
No.
itself just follows the trend too. So like don't worry about it. I'm not hating on group A or B. Let's go.
So we're picking the ones we like.
We
right?
we're picking the one we like best. Also, if this is your first time tuning in, go to YouTube. It's gonna help a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Round 1, we have the disco plus synthwave genre versus chanty choruses. And for example, you have the NCT Kick It song over here. Remember that?
I do.
Which cliche do you guys like better? Which trend do you guys like
I
better?
like disco and synthwave 100% more than chanty chorus.
Yes. I think I'm leaning that way too.
You know what it is about chanty choruses? Like I can never distinguish how many people are singing at the same time.
I
Yeah,
agree.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's not even about who anymore. It's like, how many people are involved? I don't know. It's probably somewhere between 3 and 16. Or for NCT's case, how many people were in the overall?
47 or something, dude. They all singing it.
47.
Isuman's doing the backup vocals too.
Maybe.
You know, they got Kangta in there chanting too. They needed more voices.
Possibly.
Everybody. I mean,
I know. I got a little disco synthwave fatigue. You know.
Ooh, okay.
That being said, I would prefer it any day of the week over chanty chorus, dude. Just don't like chanty chorus, even though "Kick It" is a good song. I'm just not the biggest fan of chanty choruses in terms of cliches.
I will be honest. I wasn't sure if I should add disco and synthwave into the thing, because I feel like it's dying out a little bit.
It is.
We're on the downside with that, I think. But I mean, I think it's been one of the biggest trends, like from the midway through last year to like beginning of this year. So
my favorite example, I know it's not Warren's favorite because he thinks it's a little plagiarized, has a little plagiarism issues, is Luna's Starlight, because he thinks it sounds like a Weekend song. But
I mean,
I still like that song, you know?
You want to get real? You want to get really real here?
Oh, the other example you always bring up?
No, that's not even about that. I don't think. Okay. I positively said disco plus synthwave trend. It's more of a Weekend and
the
Dua
Weekend
Lipa
trend. All right. Like, let's go with that though. We gotta keep the
I think
ball
I like that one better. Yeah, we'll talk about that more.
All right.
Round 2, we have house tracks with the bass riff versus TikTok challenges. For the first thing, if just to be very clear about what I'm saying, house tracks, especially deep house and K-pop, has always like build up, and then they go into nothing but the bass riff and maybe the kick drum. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
we've had a bunch of those lately.
Right. Yeah. And then for TikTok challenges,
self-explanatory. Yeah. So
right. You got any song as the example here.
I clearly think one of these is like dead now in my mind, where the other one is like I could still palate it. I'm so done with TikTok, even though I was never on TikTok. Like the TikTok challenges, I'm not done with TikTok. I think a lot of the memes are funny, right? And shout out to Therese for making our TikToks. You know?
Yes, thank you.
Shout outs to all the people who think I work at McDonald's too.
Oh yeah, that one's funny.
Y'all.
We do have a SojuTalk. I think it's at SojuTalk fan, right? I believe if you want to check out the SojuTalk related TikToks. So shout out to Therese. You know, I don't know. Like, okay, I was gonna discuss you after the show, right?
Okay.
I want to send Therese an album from the pile of albums from the giveaway pile.
Yes.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I know, I'm down.
Let's do that. So Therese, you know, we're gonna send you one. I'll send you a picture of all of them. You can pick one. So surprise, Therese. That being said, house track with a bass riff. 100% prefer that over TikTok K-pop dance challenges right now.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So done.
No. Let me hear me out. I think the first thing is overdone, but it's an equation that works. It works extremely well if played correctly. The TikTok challenges, I feel like, has limited, like.
It's been a detriment to the music.
It's been a detriment to the music and the choreography. So I guess I agree with you guys. I like the house track with bass drifting more than TikTok.
All right, boom. Let's go.
Yeah. Round 3, we have lore and world building versus neutro. And for example of neutro, you have this wonderful girl group called Rocket Punch with their Ring Ring track. And for lore and world building, I should have put Luna, but I chose Espa instead. I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
Here's the thing. Lore and world building. I feel like I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I like that we're building depth into these tracks. We're adding another layer for like fans to go into. But at the same time, I feel like we're creating a wall for like people to like, you know, have a difficult time to get into these groups.
Hey, man, we're just building a next level here. So, you know.
Oh, my God.
But, okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Which group do I prefer out of these two? I'm gonna tell you, Warren. I'm gonna piss you off a little, but I have to be consistent. I do not like K-pop lore. You know, I have been the anti-lore man since we started the pod. I will pick the neutro. I think Anita's gonna pick neutro too, right?
I don't know.
Oh, Anita likes some lore though.
I do. I feel like
she does. She likes very, very lore. I remember that.
I do. I feel like
city pop.
Is that considered neutral though?
Of course it is.
It's
That's
like related a little.
No, that's a fresh take on music from the 80s and 90s. That is, if that is not neutral, I don't know what is. Trot, is that neutral to
Yeah,
you?
but look at this aespa picture. They all looking real nice in this
Yeah,
picture.
but look at that neutral picture. Look at Jury looking real nice. Yeah.
I will say though that okay, in general, if I'm being like not looking at the groups being the examples right now,
Yeah, don't look
I
at
feel
that.
like
yeah.
lore when done right, it's very nice. But there comes a time or a line where like it can be a little much, in my opinion. Whereas neutral as a genre, I feel like it's a little bit more. It's harder for me not to like it. Like the base for liking it is a little bit lower than the lore. I would
So which
say.
one which one we choosing?
So I'm
Neutral.
gonna choose neutral.
All right, neutral.
All right, we have round 4. YG songs that end with a festival breakdown, and then the music video scenes where everybody just run.
Oh, okay. This is easy for me.
Yeah.
Running, dude. I have I have a fascination, right?
Okay.
Of watching other people's running form because everyone runs differently. In my
That's
like,
true.
Okay.
like, and some people like don't know how to run. You know, like
Yeah, no,
if
yeah.
you like, I used to watch the idol competition back where they ran at the Chuseok
Oh.
thing.
Are you
Because there's some it specifically happens more with the idol females where some of them like didn't do a ton of exercising growing up and they're so skinny right now that when they run they look like bobbleheads running around
Oh,
because their body can't support their head all that well. And I find that so funny. Luna
thing
is
is,
a
like-
Luna's a good running group though. It almost all, like they run in a lot of their music videos.
Dude, look at the form on. Is that Eve's on the far left? Like,
Yeah, look at
she
Eve's
has
Wow,
good
form.
she's
form.
sprinting.
Dude, look at the form.
Dude, okay. I was taking the screenshots from Hi, and I was like, using the period button and the comma button on my keyboard to go back and forth in the frame so that I could find a good thing to screenshot. Their form is good.
Yeah, dude,
They're
running.
good runners. You know, running is
putting-
where it's at.
They putting in that effort because BlackBerry Creative ain't helping them much, so they gotta hustle out here. YG songs that end with a festival breakdown. Those are the songs that we're lucky we even have an ending. You know, like because sometimes we don't got anything; it just ends. But when they do end, typically there is a festival going on at the end. Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
Kill This Love that you were like it ends with nothing?
One of them, I don't remember. One
Yeah.
of them, literally, the song just ended. We're like, I guess it's over. You know.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like ever since like 2015, I want to say, like with Big Bang tracks, and like I remember like there was a GD, Taeyang, and then
Icon too. They do
Kwangmi song.
festivals.
Ah,
Right.
yes.
They always end with this like they change the beat up,
Hey,
and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
and then they're wearing hanbok all of a sudden, and like the traditional lions come out, and there's like a million back dancers all of a sudden. I feel like we see that so often.
there's the guy doing the sangmo back in the
there's
back.
always a guy, yeah.
Bro, if you think about it, even on the limited amount of Kingdom we watched, almost every icon performance had a festival
Yes,
at the
that
end.
happened.
That was the thing. Anita, I'm choosing running here. What about you, Anita? You feel running? You Anita, you did cross country in high school.
Yes, I did.
I feel like you
I
gotta
did
pick
track
run.
in high school. You
yes,
gotta run.
I would choose running.
Okay, you know.
Everybody run.
The only
run,
running I did in high
run
school was
away.
helping with the MMO guild. I helped ran that, you know.
Okay. You also ran.
You know?
All right, round 5. We have crop tops versus K-pop goes to America.
Ooh, controversial for
Oh.
Warren because he kind of dislikes both these things, right?
Yeah. I don't. Man, bad.
How about we change crop top to man top because I think you're talking about the trend with the dudes wearing the crop
Okay,
tops.
yes,
right?
I'm talking about guys wearing crop tops.
bro tops,
Bro tops. Let's crop bros.
Yeah, crop bros.
Bro crops.
Bro crops. That's it. That's it.
crops, that's the
Bro
one.
crops. Bro crops.
Okay, you know what? I don't hate the bro crops. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh-huh.
I think they look nice, and the reason I chose Kai in specific for the picture on the left, is because I thought it looked pretty cool on the guy.
I mean, yeah, he's a jack dude.
can
Typically.
pull it off.
Yeah.
Then on the right side you have K-pop goes to America. You know,
So you're
where
talking more
K-pop-
like the westernization of K-pop.
right westernization of K-pop. And this recently, well, last year I was super excited about it. Now I'm a little mixed about it because for the reasons I mentioned in earlier discussion with Twice, right? Like, I am a little concerned that we're straying further and further and further away from
the roots. The roots.
Not even that. I'm kind of worried that we're gonna follow the same route J-pop went into, where like it becomes a game that only a specific group of people are interested in, and we lose relevance, which would help us get new, fresh ears, new talents, new skills. That there needs to be a constant flow in, and I'm afraid we're gonna lose that. Is essentially what it is, and you know, people haven't really been positive to North American people joining K-pop groups unless they're Asian. So who knows? I don't know what's ahead of, you know, K-pop going to America. But right here, Wonder Girls couldn't do it, but BTS and Blackpink did it. Can Twice do it? I don't know, Mr. JYP. I don't know. Look, I'm hogging the mic. What do you guys think?
Well, which one are you picking? Bro crops?
Man, can you guys choose first?
Anita, you pick one.
Yeah.
See, I feel like a couple months ago I would have said I prefer K-pop in America, right? But nowadays I've grown to
appreciate bro top?
appreciate the bro crop. Is that what we're calling it? The bro crop.
Bro crop.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a fashion statement. It's really hard to pull off, but like they do it, I guess. So see, I feel like that's more. How should I say? Like, if it happens, I think I don't think it's ever like a terrible decision. Whereas K-pop going to America, it's iffy. I feel like sometimes it's 50-50 whether the
Can I give
the content is.
I'm gonna give a side
great.
perspective on that.
Okay, go for
As
it.
a Korean American, right?
Yep, that's you.
The integration of K-pop into America, right? It's been kind of nice, I think. You know, people are more interested in my culture, so I'm going to pick K-pop Goes America in that regard because I get that it is affecting the music, right? But at the same time, on a personal level, it's been very interesting to see because it goes along with those like cultural lines we've talked about in the past.
Personally,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick K-pop Goes to America as well, because I feel like yes, we're risking something. But at the same time, at the era of 2021, I am still able to stay optimistic, and hope that everything's gonna work out nicely. And it might. Who knows? You know.
Boom.
So let's get that American guap.
Guap, guap, guap.
Round 6, we have angry rappers and summer comebacks.
Okay.
So the first one, I noticed that especially with boy groups, actually with girl groups too, for some reason all the rappers are angry. They're like
these days everyone's angry.
Everyone's angry. I know that picture of Jooheon is like way before debut. Like that's from No Mercy,
yes.
right? Like, but that was one example I could find. I'm sorry. But summer comebacks on the other hand, I don't know. It always felt strange where like groups will suddenly come back out of nowhere, and they have like a very fresh summer concept, and sometimes it feels on character. Sometimes I was like, it's random.
It felt like a wasted comeback sometimes for certain groups.
Yeah.
You're like, we had this streak of we building our brand here. Let's do a summer song at the beach, and then in November you come back with another original line song.
Right.
That being said, I think angry rappers and angry style rapping is an effort to make up for the deficiency in the rap skill of some idols.
Okay.
Dude, that's a hot take.
I think adding aggression is like, as someone who doesn't understand complexity of rap, right? I think you can make up some by just being like, oh, he doing it. Oh, you know, like he angry. That's how I feel sometimes about the delivery of certain angry rap verses, where I feel like all we're offering is aggression, and I don't know if that's the correct emotion we should go for. And I used to hate summer comebacks, but I have turned a leaf on that, and I will pick summer
Yes.
comebacks. I like them these days.
How about you, Anita?
I also like summer comebacks, and I guess for me, I kind of see the argument of like it kind of stops momentum for groups that are like it wouldn't make sense for them to just do a comeback in the summer. But sometimes the summer comebacks are really good, aka Sistar. Their summer comebacks were
Oh My Girl lately
great.
too.
Yeah, like summer comebacks are pretty good. We go, yes, Promise 9.
All right,
Yeah,
just
picking
that
summer
alone.
comebacks.
We picking summer comebacks. This one's not even there ain't no
We go.
competition here.
All right, round 7, we have that one circular building that is in every music
Stolen
video.
shopping carts.
Stolen shopping carts.
You know, I'm picking Building Kun for this one. You know,
Building Kun is your
Building Kun. Yeah,
is
you
your
know,
anime husbando.
I have a real love for that building. I want to see it in every music video. To be honest,
Wow.
Like shopping cart. You know, here's a fun fact. If you
Okay.
most American supermarkets, if you try to steal the shopping cart, at a certain point in the parking lot, one of the wheels will like explode, more or less.
Oh, sometimes it just stops, doesn't it? Before you can take it
some
out
of them
the
stop
store?
because it locks, and there's other ones that they have this thing on one of the wheels where like these wires will come out and stop the wheel from spinning anymore.
Oh dang.
That is a thing.
Dang.
That being said, Building Kun, you gotta pick Building Kun because I want that in every music video.
The little background about this building. It's actually a part of a university. You know?
Oh,
It
like
was
active university? No,
no,
right?
it's not it's not
Okay.
it's an inactive university. Called 김천대학교, 김천보건대학교. So it's I guess it's public health. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, it was a public health building, and they were like, nah, we're
Nah.
gonna film music videos here now, because nobody's using it, and they couldn't find use for it for over 2 decades, and then they were like, it looks cool, it's very circular, it's like a big stage,
It's aesthetic.
Kinlip, Got 7, you know, who else? There was a whole Taemin, you know,
Victon.
yeah,
Victon.
Victon.
Yeah, there was one recent too that happened in there.
Right.
But I gotta pick the building. You know, shopping cart. Anyone can do a shopping cart. Can anyone? But you know, everyone can do the building too. What the f am I saying? That being said, the building at this point is so cliched that I think it's hilarious. And I want 1 year. It's a requirement that you must film your music video in this building. And I would just be interested, like, you know those contests where everyone has to do something? Like,
Yeah.
they give you
Ah.
a thing and they're like, paint it. And everyone has to paint the same
Who
thing.
does it better?
I would love to see how everyone interprets the building 1 year.
The building contest.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone films this music in this building and let's see what happens.
Dude, I kind of want
I like
that too.
that. Yeah,
That would
we
be
should do that.
crazy, right? If we had 10 music videos and they're like, everyone's going to film in this building, do it up. Boom. Let's go building.
Building Kun. Okay,
I'm
round
happy
8.
you included that.
We have the IT Wave versus It's Dark. I can't see. Let me
I hate
explain.
I hate both of these.
The IT Wave is how like all these companies and groups are investing in social media platforms that are exclusively for K-pop, like Weverse, like Bubble, like Universe, like Listen. I still don't know. How to say that.
Listen.
Okay. And you know how like V Live is closing down, stuff like that. On the other hand, It's Dark. I can't see is those music videos, especially with boy groups, where like you can't see what's
shadow
going on.
videos.
Shadow silhouettes. Yeah.
I dislike both of these things.
Wait, why do you hate the IT Wave?
I like to, as I've gotten older, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't like to the depth at which I want to consume K-pop has decreased.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
understandable.
You're casual.
I've become more casual over time.
Okay.
Number one, I inherently just hate dark music videos. I mentioned it every time there's one. I'm the guy who mentions it. So
Yeah.
F that. That ain't happening, right? IT Wave. I will pick this one because although I do not want to really partake in this IT Wave and get super deep into the content and into the artists' lives and things like that, I do think it's great that it's an option for people who do want to. So that's why I'll pick the IT Wave. Because I think it's adding a whole new dimension to K-pop, and on a business scale, completely makes sense to me that that's what they're doing. Anita?
What about you, Anita? Yeah.
I kind of have a very similar opinion regarding these two. Whereas the IT Wave, the new
Fourth industrial revolution.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Micro nanotechnology,
Oh,
self-driving
God.
cars, and K-pop. Why'd you open a new tab?
For me, like as well, I'm not very much into the, I guess, fan to artist interaction thing. I don't think I ever really was. So I feel like it's not something that interests me. But then again, I do realize that for people that are just getting into it and they're much younger and are interested in talking and communicating maybe with other fans as well, it provides the platform for that. So it's cool that more people or more companies, more groups are having that available to them. Also, I feel like the Weverse thing, where like a lot of the artists are under the same platform, so then you just go to one platform to see a lot of groups. I think that's pretty cool for people that like a lot of groups. So I see the positive in it, even though I'm not active in it, and I don't really think I will ever be. But then again, the dark MVs, we just can't see anything.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense to do that. You're like, imagine you have this product and you're like, let's make the viewing of this obstructed. That's literally what you're doing. Like, I guess you're doing it for ambiance and mood, but I think it's dumb.
Whenever they make like silhouettes, I'm like, which one? I don't know. I don't know boy groups too well.
Okay,
Tell
well,
me which member this is. Write their name tag somewhere.
Silhouettes are still like a little bit cooler, but like when it's just like dark, like there's some
Shadow.
light, but
There's
it's
a big
not,
shadow.
Yeah, there's not meant to be like a silhouette distinguishable. I don't get it.
All right, let's go with the
IT
IT wave. So we're now going to do round 2. Let's just speed round this crap because we've talked about these. Oh, neutral versus disco synth wave.
Basically the same thing.
Basically the same. I'm gonna go right side. Disco.
I'm
synth
gonna
wave.
go neutral because it encompasses disco synthwave and a lot more. So neutral.
Anita, what about
Oh
you?
yes, neutral then.
Okay, neutral. Boom.
A hot dog. All right, round 2 of the round of 8s. The IT wave versus K-pop Go to America. The biggest industry trends.
IT wave.
I'm actually gonna choose K-pop Go to America with this one.
Wow,
Here's the thing.
okay.
I don't know how long the IT wave is gonna last. I think there's something the G-Friend situation has proved. You guys know the controversy?
No.
No? Okay. So G-Friend is sadly not going to be on Weverse anymore. They have decided to refund people through cash on Weverse. Not through cash, real cash, but
Oh,
Weverse
what
money.
the?
Oh
Now,
no.
okay, hear me out. On a platform, IT, social media perspective, that makes sense because they are customers on Weverse. However, does it make sense from a fan perspective who's on Weverse because G-Friend is on it and because
No.
G-Friend is no longer on it? Weverse is no longer on it. Here's what I'm getting at. While I'm excited about all these social media platforms, I'm also wary of their limitations for customers, where they're just there because of the group, and if the group's not there anymore, the social media platform itself loses all appeal. That's what I'm worried about.
You know, another thing. What they've promised versus what they've given has been bad as of late. Other than I think a lot of the BTS and a lot of the BTS branded Weverse stuff has been very good. Outside of I think a lot of this has been a lot of like hot air.
Okay, real quick, all you software engineering people out there, they built Universe with the gaming engine. I forget which one, but if you look at the code, it's built on a gaming engine. I don't know why they did that. Probably because of the 3D avatars, but
So it's
why?
like it's like menus of a video game, right? Is
Yeah.
essentially what it is.
Yeah.
So Anita, which one you picking? Real quick, no explanation. Just
K-pop
pick
Goes to
one.
America.
K-pop Goes to America.
K-pop Goes to America. Round 3 of the round of 8. Summer's comebacks versus that circular building.
Building.
Summer comebacks.
No, building.
Building, Anita.
Building
A
looks cool.
building.
Round 4.
I want to go visit that building.
Run versus house track with the bass riff. I'm choosing running.
Running.
Oh yeah, okay, running.
House track with the
I
bass
just
riff
like
is
seeing
overplayed.
people's running form. You know, it's
Same.
a thing.
All right, we have the semifinals. Running versus neutro.
Neutral.
Neutro.
Running is, I guess, mildly interesting. I'm sorry, Doc. All right, K-pop Goes to America versus that circular building.
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 Okay, it's a building.
Okay, Anita, you don't understand how happy I get every time I see this building pop up in music videos.
Familiar.
Oh, it's like seeing an old. It's like seeing an old friend, dude.
We
Literally.
have the finals with that circular building versus neutro.
All right,
Neutral
building
for me.
Kun, building Chan, building Oppa, building Ani. You gotta pick the building, dude. K-pop is more. K-pop is more than the music, Anita. K-pop is bigger than that. It's about buildings.
But K-pop is built off of music, and Neutro has been a K-pop trend for the past decade without making us feel bored about it.
Imagine
Fair.
neutral with the building.
Dude, they've been doing Neutro.
Ooh.
Ooh, I see what you're
Needs to be
doing, Anita.
good.
I
So
choose
Anita,
Neutro.
I guess Neutro is the best K-pop trend right now, according to us, right, Anita?
Yay.
Yay!
God
Rocket
damn
Punch!
it. Bro, oh wait, I just saw what you did there. God damn it.
This has been a ploy to put Rocket Punch in first.
All right, next week
I'm
though.
just kidding.
In terms of songs, Tuesday we got Bam Bam. Wednesday, One We and Lucy, so double band day, right? Thursday, Brave Girls.
Ooh.
Friday, 17.
Summer comeback. Here we go.
The 17 comeback is going to be gigantic. This Brave Girls comeback is probably the most anticipated comeback since the BTS one, right? For sure.
Yep.
But this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Yes, I am Doug, and I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week.
I am James Carter. Thank you for joining the podcast.
All right, we'll see you guys next week,
Goodbye.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Hope you have a rolling week. Bye, everyone.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons. Based Mina, Delmonic, Jedi, Goku Mama, Jacob, Luke Daniel, Mafiar, NJ Parks, Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk, the weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods, Jacob, K-Music Erday, Koala, Mafiar, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.